forgetting something.
Sorry, Mum.
Just put it on, okay? It's good for you. And keep you safe. You're going to be out for long?
A couple of hours.
Okay. Well, I'll see you later. And take care.
Yes, as a cycling instructor, we cover all aspects of cycling safely on the road. But one area that we really focus on is, and emphasise on, is the wearing of helmets. We try to stress to the youngsters that you may feel competent and confident cycling on the road, and indeed they may well be quite good cyclists, but at the end of the day it only takes a pothole or a stone in the road and that's it, they're off their bikes. If they're not wearing a helmet, they could injure their heads. We try to stress to them that they think it's cool not to wear helmets, but at the end of the day, is it cool to be laying in a hospital bed? We do not want to scare them, but we need to get across to them the dangers of not wearing a helmet and emphasise to them their safety. And at the end of the day, helmets are just so important.
I was called to a 9-year-old boy who was cycling along the pavement. He wasn't wearing his cycle helmet because he thought he was going to stay on the pavement and wasn't going to be going very far. Unfortunately, at the end of the road, he went straight off the pavement into the path of a moving car. I don't know whether it's his brakes failed or whether it was due to loss of concentration, but he went straight through the side window of the car with his head, and the window was actually shut at the time. Not only did he have serious head injuries, but he also broke his neck. If he'd been wearing his cycle helmet, his injuries would have been a lot less severe. He may even have bounced off the car.
The brain is like a squashy blancmange that's encased in the rigid bones of the skull. And if you injure your head when you're cycling or out on the roads, then the bones of the skull can be broken, and that results in bleeding inside the head, and that bleeding can squash down on the brain and cause very serious damage that can result in the need for an emergency operation. And in spite of having an operation to remove the bleeding on the brain, the damage that's occurred can be permanent and can result in very severe disability. That means that you can't talk normally, can't see normally, and can't use your brain in the normal way to interact with the environment around you. And in the most serious cases, it could result in death. So we always advise that people wear a cycle helmet to give a bit of extra protection to the bones of the skull, because even if you're on the roads or if you're off-road cycling in the park, if you come off your bicycle at high speed and hit your head on a hard surface, that damage can be irreversible, and it can change not just your life, but the life of your friends and your family as well.
you? You should have been home hours ago. Where have you been?
Mrs. Hewitt?
Yeah.
Could you confirm your daughter's name is Caitlin?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you there's been a very bad accident.
Oh.
Can we come inside to talk, please?